Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and we are taking a look at role-based access controls, also known as RBAC, or some people like to say RBAC. And role-based access controls is not a concept just limited to Kubernetes, but it is something that Kubernetes can do and is very popular among cloud service providers. It is a way of defining permissions for identities based on a organizational role. So RBAC authorizations use the RBAC authorizations K8 IO API group to drive authorization decisions, allowing you to dynamically configure policies through the Kubernetes API. And when I show you things like this, it's because I want you to remember them just in case you see them on the exam when I point out these random things, but I don't always describe them in detail because I just don't think it matters. But to enable RBAC, start the API server with the authorization mode flag. So if you're starting one up, you'd use kube API server. I try to remember what the one, like in the CKD or CKA that use CKA, they do like kube add ADM or whatever to start up clusters, but you do have to specify the mode. If you are using a lightweight distribution like Micro K8s, you can just enable it by adding the add-on RBAC, and it would basically be doing this underneath. If you're using managed services like AWS, Azure, GCP, it might be turned on by default. You might just have to hit a checkbox because you're not the one starting up the cluster, but you need to know this. It might show up on the exam, so that's why I'm showing it to you. Not that we would ever have to provision our own server in the KCNA, but you might want to need to know that flag. So with Kubernetes RBAC, there are only allow rules and everything is denied by default. So if you were to create a new user, they would have access to nothing. You'd have to give them a role with permissions to be able to do something, okay?